all year. You know how much I love to read. So here are my top 5 books of 2018. Number 5, it's actually a tie because I couldn't narrow it down to 5 books. There are 8 total books on my top 5 list. So in at number 5, The Alice Network by Kate Quinn and The Woman Who Smashed Codes by Jason Fagone. The Woman Who Smashed Codes is a true story of the brilliant woman, Elizabeth Friedman, who you probably haven't heard of, but you should. She was the brain behind the National Security Agency. It was the work of she and her husband on pad and pencil, so it's way before computers, who cracked the codes of America's enemies during the wars. This book is so good. The Alice Network is a fiction book based on historical events about a team of women spies during the First World War. I read this book in one afternoon. I could not put it down. Highly recommend for a fun read. In at number 4 are 3 of Peter Schweizer's books. I told you I couldn't narrow it down. Secret Empires, Extortion, and Reagan's War. The first 2 books answer the question, did you ever wonder exactly how politicians who are paid maybe $100,000 a year get so rich? Like, we know they're corrupt, but how do they do it without breaking the law? These books lay out exactly how politicians and their families exploit public office and make the big bucks. Absolutely fascinating. Reagan's War is an easier read, and it's so worth reading. It details the evolution of Ronald Reagan's political views and how he practiced communicating his ideas to the American people and what exactly made him so sure he could defeat Soviet socialism. You got to read all 3 of these books. In at number 3, The Mass by Edward Sri. It doesn't matter if you're Catholic or anti-Catholic or just plain Christian. I've been Catholic all my life, and I considered myself a pretty knowledgeable Catholic until I read this book. This book details the scriptural basis of every single thing we say or do during the liturgy at Mass. It opened my eyes. It made Mass a richer experience. Even if you're not Catholic, it's good information. Number 2, The Spy and the Traitor by Ben Macintyre. I don't know if you're noticing a pattern here. I like spy books. This one is so good. It's about a high-level KGB agent, a colonel, who spies for Britain. It's thrilling. You should pick this one up as soon as possible. And coming in at number 1, the best book I've read in 2018, When Harry Became Sally by Dr. Ryan T. Anderson. This book is about the actual scientific evidence, the medical studies about transgenderism and gender dysphoria. You have to read this book. The left is trying to make the transgender moment a thing right now. They're trying to paint anybody who believes that there are only 2 genders as a hateful bigot. But the left is wrong. Scientific evidence proves that what the left is advocating for, a celebration of transgenderism and sex change surgery, is dangerous for people who suffer from gender dysphoria. If you want to learn about how to respond to the left about transgenderism, if you want to learn the facts and the figures or read the studies for yourself, buy this book. And that's it. That's my final point. That's my book list. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. Tweet me the best books you have read this year. I'm already starting to compile my reading list for 2019. Also, if you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. I'll be on hiatus next week for Christmas, but I'll be back after New Year's. So until then, have a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly